I'd like to thank all of you for coming, and I'd like to particularly thank HC Network for inviting me to present this interesting meeting.
Speak up a bit, please. Sorry.
Yes, I'm kind of warming up. So my name is Elsup, and I work for Save the Children Sweden, and I'm based in Addis Ababa. And we have a program there on working with boys and young men. The program has been running for 2 years, and we'll basically be talking about the experience of this program, how we have been managing it, and what lessons we got from the program. The title of my presentation is Becoming Part of the Solution, and because we want, why I chose this topic is because we want to perceive, we want to pass the message that we don't want just men to be perceived as, as violators or aggressors, but we want them to be part of the solution. So that's why I said becoming part of the solution. And you have put the subtitle overview of the Boys Group program in Turkey. My presentation is like this. I have some introduction, and then much of it focuses on challenges, successes, and then I will be talking about the lessons and finally the conclusions. A little bit of background about Save the Children Sweden. This stands for Save the Children Sweden. We are an organization based on our framework for operation is the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, and we have different strategies, advocacy based for capacity building research. And this particular program I will be talking about, the Boys Group program, started in 2005. And the principles of this program are really cut across these main principles of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. That's child participation. We've got that element, survival and development, and non-discrimination. This is to show you the picture, how the Boys Group discussion looks like. You think it's very simple. You see the boys sitting together and discussing. The Boys Group program in Ethiopia, the objective is to get boys understand, to get them understand the role they can play in promoting children's rights, thereby to address sexual reproductive health problem, gender-based violence, teenage pregnancies. So we don't have a standalone project for boys only. It's integrated into the HIV program, into the violence program, it's into other reproductive health programs we have there. Yes, the strategies we use, we think providing a forum for boys will help them to discuss inequalities, violence, the HIV transmission, and it also helps us to kind of promote ideas of positive change among the boys. And we think that supporting those who do not wish to act out damaging behaviors in terms of their sexuality and violence, and encouraging them to be committed agents of change. So this discussion forums will help them to kind of encourage positive behaviors of boys and young men. Why we have Boys Group program? It's an inclusive. We think this is an inclusive approach. For years, the discussion about gender has only been focusing on women only. So it's time we have boys on board. And so this is an inclusive approach. And I think the fact that gender is a relational term also necessitates this. And like the concept of femininity doesn't really make sense without considering the concepts of masculinity, and that's why we have boys program. It's a means to strengthen positive role models. Having Boys Group program, not all men behave in the same way. there are different ways of being a man. So this helps us to kind of encourage the positive men, the positive behaviors of men in our society. It's a means to get their commitment. Once boys are involved, once boys are brought on board, you can get them to discuss, you can get them to rethink the concepts of dangerous concepts of masculinity. And it's a means of participation for them, and they have their own concerns. Boys have their own concerns, and this helps them. This provides some opportunity to discuss about their concerns among the boys. And as I said, it provides a safe and secure environment to discuss and analyze, and ultimately to challenge. So we have this belief that reaching boys is a way to change how they interact with girls. Having them on board, making them think, making them discuss is a way to influence the way they relate to the girls. If they can be given space for boys to talk, to speak, and to think about masculinity, then they can learn. They can learn to be respectful of women and practice safer sexual activity, and this can carry on until their adulthood. So we have, as Save the Children Sweden, we don't implement programs. We have 2 partner organizations implementing our own programs. And these are, one of them is IFA, so they work together. And how they started with 100 children between the age of 10 to 24, and they gave them training on sexual reproductive health, HIV, and gender, and they have a training manual guide for how to do these things. We have another organization who followed more or less the same pattern. I think I should say something about the themes that are really taken into account in this group program. One is child rights. In this, we talk to the boys that rights are applicable to all boys and girls, and rights are in the United Nations Convention. Rights are in all international and domestic human instruments, and they are also part of our Constitution. And we think that they are an important tools to bring equality. They are important tools. So we have the rights as background for talking about this equality between boys and girls.